Honestly, I've had enough for now. I don't even want to like get in the water to like go back to my van, but I can't live here. Can't live here. I'm absolutely exhausted at this point now that I'm in camp. I got everything laid out, like air drying. Made some carton potatoes, and I actually have like a online course that's like about to start. So I set up my hammock so I can look at the ocean and listen to the course. Has to do with like YouTube as a career or something, I don't know. So yeah, figured it'd be good to see if I learn something from it. Finding it so entertaining that there's this like beautiful pastel sunset tonight. It's exactly what I wanted last night. And I was really hoping for like sun on my paddle. There was sun before my paddle and sun after my paddle, but no, the paddle was all just clouds and darkness and cold and adventure. So it's a nice evening though. This is the aftermath of my paddling adventure. I have all my wet clothes laying out, board drying so I can brush the sand off, and all this other wet stuff. Well, good morning. I'm just kicking back here, relaxing. I have a view of the ocean out my window. And it took me like 2 hours before I even made coffee because I was just laying in bed, stretching and just, yeah, kind of like reliving the memories of this past adventure. So it was really good. It was really nice to come back to my van yesterday and just to like have the comforts to be warm. We were warm at camp in the sleeping bag. It was just like anything outside the sleeping bag was pretty cold. So it was really nice to just like get up. The air is warm, my hands are warm. So yeah, we're just gonna take it really easy today. I have a bit of work to do and some chores. There's no rush to get on those. So I'm actually gonna sit here and while I enjoy my coffee, watch a bit of YouTube. Frank and I are out for a little stroll and sniff, and I've come across this beautiful field with all these flowers popping up. It's so nice to see these signs of spring, especially knowing that like most other places I could be are like frozen and covered in snow. But there's tons of nettle here. It's not far from the van, of course, because I'm with Frankie, he doesn't go far. So I'll come back and harvest some. Are you having a good time, bud? Frank is very happy to be out for a stroll. And I know he's always happy when I'm happy, and when I find things to forage, I'm very happy. So, some good sniffing there, bud? Mmm. It's a good day. 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 Fern smells. So I am back here. I have my bowl and a little pair of scissors. And I'm gonna pick a bunch of nettle. I'm so excited. I absolutely love stingy nettle. I don't mind the sting so much, but to eat it, I cook it and then there's no sting. So works out very well. And I'll show you one of the things I do with it after I pick it. Foraging is one of those things that for me, no matter what's going on in my life, when I'm foraging, it's the only thing that exists. But it's especially nice in a field of spring's first flowers under a big old maple. So I have my bounty. There's tons left here. It's a weed. So I might come back and pick more later, but for now I'm gonna go make some lunch with this. Well, before I get into making a most delicious lunch, I would like to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes to help you on your creative journey, build it into a career, and help you thrive as an individual. So whether you're looking to make a career pivot or level up your current skills, you can do that with Skillshare from anywhere, whether at home or out like me in a beautiful campground amongst the nice green trees. Lately, I've been taking classes to help me grow as a videographer across multiple platforms. So one class I found really engaging was Video for Instagram by Halise Narvaez, and it's all about how to tell an engaging story in less than a minute. So as you may have noticed, short form content has really grown in popularity lately and being pushed by multiple platforms. And I think it can be an excellent addition to my path as somebody who does long form videos, because if I can tell an excellent story in 1 minute and then translate that to 20 or 30 minutes, I feel like I could really, really grow as a storyteller. I've also been teaching myself how to edit with Final Cut Pro, and when I finally put out my first video using that software instead of iMovie, I will let you know. But I'm really looking forward to learning a bigger tool set and essentially having more colors in my crayon box. So I feel like iMovie was like an 8-color crayon box, and Final Cut Pro I like upgraded to 128. And it would have felt really daunting to take on this new software if I didn't have Skillshare to have professional classes that are ad-free to guide me through the process of learning. So whether you create as a hobby or as a career, whether it's online or in the physical world, such as sewing or crafts, Skillshare has many, many, many classes that can help you along your way. But don't take my word for it. I recommend you follow the link in the description below for a 1-month free trial. The first 1,000 people to use that link will get their first month of Skillshare for free. With that said, it's time to get on with the most delicious lunch ever. I think this is the absolute most incredible pan bread I've ever made. I started by cooking the nettle and the garlic because the bread doesn't take long enough to cook those things if they're mixed inside. So anything I put in the bread that requires cooking, I cook first. And then I mix it with the dough. This first batch was a little heavy on the toppings, so it kind of just like fell apart. It's really good. But for the second batch, I just added a bit more flour and baking soda. and fluffed it up a bit, and it's so good. It's so flaky. Wow, I have this onion and thyme spread from Salt Spring. I think it's gonna be really good on it. Wow. Yeah. Wow. It's cooking things like this that make me really feel like I love myself. That I can have a craving and then just totally satisfy it. Fresh foraged nettle, garlic, olives. I've fallen into a cleaning spree because I thought about it, and if it's gonna be icky weather, mostly raining for the next week, probably gonna be spending a lot of time in my van, and it was just feeling a little disastrous and overwhelming. Well, I'm out of water and I don't want to drive anywhere to look for water. So even though this river is rather unappealing looking, I'm going to filter it, and it's going to be safe. And if it has any sort of a flavor, I'm just going to deal with it. Well, it's been quite a while since I've filtered water. 10 liters is heavy, but yeah, that wasn't so bad. So I'm glad I did it. And it was a lot easier than driving. Okay, come on, buddy. It's nice and low. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. Yes. You don't even need my help. Look at you. Look at you. Without mommy's help. There you go. But you don't have to sit on my lap. You can sit in your own. Look at that. Look at how bundled you are. Yeah, bud. So if I put the hammock low enough, Frank's able to get in without my assisting him. He'll just climb onto me if I'm already in the hammock. And if it's low enough, I can get out and leave him, and he's able to get out when he wants to. But he isn't able to get in and get wrapped up on your own. I gotta do that for you, bud? Well, it's an absolute disaster in my van, but the cleaning party continues. It's not the most fun thing to do on a Friday night, but it needs to happen. I need to get my space clean. I want it clean. And yeah, slowly gonna try to make space so my paddleboard can have a home. I think that's gonna have to come out of my food stash. So yeah, that means eating stored food and not going to the grocery store. Yeah, but I think that needs to happen.
We can get off here and pan this area, which I've already done. But I was thinking we go up there, cut across. Okay. But I was thinking either that bend, or that bend, or that bend.
It is puking snow. Frank is dragging me down a muddy slope. And we're gonna go look for gold. I was gonna leave Frank in the van, but he insisted on coming. So yeah, we're just following my friend down to the river. Yeah, and I guess we will find gold. Seems pretty confident of him, but
And roots are really good too. She gets caught in roots.
oh, so you're doing it on big mode right now, and then there's smaller modes on the
Yeah, so that's for the finer stuff.
yeah.
There isn't really many pebbles and shit in here, so the gold should all be sinking down the bottom. And when I do the swirly motion, it makes it all go down to just one corner. I do this for fun. There's better techniques. It's showing up.
Yeah. Like
That little sparkly thing right there. They're gonna be gold.
so by we're going gold panning, I mean he's gold panning and I'm watching and learning because it's freaking cold and I have no interest in putting my hands in that river. Oh, especially after like my near miss with hypothermia. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay warm today. So normally you can see the island we're going to. We're almost there. It's invisible. So Frank is very relaxed this morning. Just chilling. And I'm gonna work on laundry. Well, good day. Frank and I were going day camping, which isn't a thing. I just decided that's what I want to call what we're doing today. But basically I have packed my backpack with some stuff to make lunch and my hammock and my pad and a blanket to have a cozy day at the beach. So we're going to spend the whole day there. Well, it's like noon right now. So, but to just go there and back would be pretty tiring for Frank. So I figure we'll go there, spend the whole day, enjoy sunset, and then stroll back in the dark. Yes, and I actually considered paddling us to this beach, but I stopped at the boat launch for a while and there was like a lot of seals and sea lion action feeding and playing about there, and everywhere I go on this island, there seems to be seals and sea lions right offshore. And, yeah, I've had enough of that sort of action for the time being. So we're just going to walk today. I can't, Frank. My thumbs hurt. My thumbs hurt. You want to play fetch? You gotta let go. There you go. This is really nice. It was sunny this morning. Like, it looked like it was gonna be sunny when I was at the boat launch and stuff, and it looked really nice on this side of the island, and then I get here and it's just absolute gray clouds. So I'm hoping it doesn't rain, but as long as it's not raining, we're just gonna hang out and enjoy this. But I'm actually really super hungry. I haven't eaten today, so I'm gonna make some lunch. So for lunch, I brought the last of my miso paste and I put some of the chili honey in it. And I also brought down some noodles, and there is a nice little nettle patch here. So I'm gonna pick some of those to put in my soup. It should be a really nice lunch, dinner thing. I brought you treats too. Yeah, I thought of you. I thought of this whole day is about you, Frank. We're having a nice beach day. Look at that, I brought you some nice treats. What's this one? Okay. There you go. Oh, yeah. And then you can have this one, and then I have more than these you can have later. I'm so excited about this. And I've been asked about this pot thing before. It's just a little pot cozy I made out of Reflectix for when I thru hiked the Pacific Crest Trail. Oh, it's raining. But yeah, it just helps to insulate it so that if you're like letting something cook in the hot water for a while, it holds the heat in better, especially when it's really cold out, so that your dinner stays hot all the way through the meal and rehydrates properly. But also it allows you to like hold the pot without burning yourself. So yeah, it's really just a simple little thing to make. Just like the bottom and sides out of Reflectix, and then I just covered it all in tuck tape to protect it. I'm so excited about this. Well, it's really not the nicest day to spend at the beach. It's kind of cold and a little windy, and it's been raining on and off, so we're actually sitting under this tree here. Got the blanket for us, so Frank is cozy and warm. But I don't feel like going back to the van. It's really nice to be away from it, and I like the sound of the waves, so I'm just gonna chill here. Just be outside. I'm not really doing anything. We're just existing. Oh, I'm so glad I got back here when we did, because it started raining pretty heavy. It's like a little lull right now, but yeah, it comes in waves and it's really wet out. I don't really know what I'm gonna do tonight, but I'm really just looking forward to a quiet night at home, not being out on a big adventure, not cleaning up from a big adventure, and not drinking too much with a friend. So yes, just be a nice quiet night inside with my boy. Thanks, buddy. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed coming along with me for a few very chill days of recovering from that big adventure, a little bit of foraging, a delicious lunch, and yeah, just existing. That's what I do. I just exist. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I really appreciate you watching. It makes it so much fun to share my story, knowing that people are listening to it. But yeah, I would like to say a big thank you to this... Jesus Christ. Yes, a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Frank is stoked on it also. So if you want to give them a try, check out the link in the description below to get your first month free. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, and we'll see you soon. Bye.